Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? One person type in chat or let me know. Well, the Kahoot's right here, guys. So what'll happen is I'm gonna put it up here on the board, on the screen. Okay, just like I would a normal time. And then see, you would put in the number. That's all there is to it. Yeah, we're gonna play during the live stream. I'm gonna, let me see, can I monitor the chat from here? That's my concern. Who's Foss? Oh, Mir. Mir's watching. What's up, Mir? Alright. I'll go ahead and leave it on this so you guys can set up. I'm gonna go get my laptop so I can monitor things a little bit better. Oh, all the Maddies. Mir, you can play if you want to. I don't care. So, what's gonna happen is that'll be up on the main screen. I went and got my laptop so I can monitor chat while having that up on the main screen. We're missing one, Maddie. What's up, Theodore? If you're joining now, go ahead and join the Kahoot. I'm gonna give you guys, let's say 8:05. We'll give people time to join, like 8:05, 8:06. You're welcome to use your notes while we're playing, because this is review, and I wouldn't be able to tell if you were or you weren't. So we do not need an asana. People are welcome to be if they want to be, but don't need one. So if you're wondering like how to play on your computer, you can do one of two things. You can play on your phone, or you could always just have two windows open. I'll leave that, guys, up to you to figure out. Mira, I'm curious. What is your name on Kahoot? I want to see if you're able to beat the current kids. Ah, okay. Return of the exclamation points. I'm guessing Justin Bieber is Nari. Going out on a limb. For those that are waiting on me to start it, I said we're gonna wait till like 8:05, 8:10ish, let people get in. Some people probably still trying to join. I am gonna remind you again that this is a harder test, so don't get frustrated if you struggle a little bit. And we can, organize a retake, set that up for you guys. As I already said, we're gonna wait for, give them another 2 minutes or so. Is the Kahoot sound too high, or can y'all still hear me, or what? It's too high? Alright. You're getting the buffering because my computer froze up for a second. It's fine. Alright, so if you're just joining, we're going to start the Kahoot here in a second. The lag was not you guys, no, it was me. Alright, if somebody asks, just type it in the chat. You know, it's 417-001. But we're going to go ahead and get started, okay? People rule. That's all you need to focus on is people rule. Is there some lag or something between the answers? See. I don't have any delay. Alright. Alright guys, let me fix this really quick. So, yeah. We're going to make the time limit 60 seconds for them all. That way you guys will have time to get in your answers. So don't get upset if you're not like the first, because it's on a delay for everybody. I did not set a delay. It's just the internet that is delayed. So I am going to have to restart it, just as a heads up. So if you want to leave that Kahoot, go ahead. Alright. So this is my first time trying this. I was hoping the delay wouldn't be too bad. The pin it's a new pin, so make sure you're paying attention to that. It might take a second to show up, guys, because there is a little bit of a delay. It looks like it's like 10 to 15 seconds. So that's why I changed all the timers to 60 seconds. That way you'll have enough time to see the question and answer in time. Wow, somebody actually got a unicorn icon up there. Alright, thank you, Theodore. Alright, we got 17 people. Party Poison 2. Okay. Let's talk about it. Wow. Okay. We're gonna go ahead and start. Starting. You can always just follow along, see how well you do. So again, same question. People rule. Again, I gave it 60 seconds. 60 seconds. We're seeing how good all our internet connections are tonight. People rule, people rule. Okay. I still don't know why people are guessing rule of law. Minority rights is something we haven't covered at all. But there's only two terms, two principles that we even talked about up there. The rest of this is just to throw you off, guys, so let's stick to that. Hey, Melanie. So the next one, okay. We're giving the government permission if only there was a synonym for the word permission for one of our principles. We're on question 2, yes. Huh. I don't have any, Alright, so we're not worried about scores here. I'm more worried about getting the right answer, which seems like some of you are getting. So don't worry about like getting the high score here. I just wanted to use this as a quiz tool, okay? So if you have 20 to 30 seconds to answer the question, that's still good, okay? So we're just going to keep going. Don't worry about high scores or anything like that. So, like I look at this and I see only 75% of the people got it right. 12 out of 16. We have 3 people guess limited government. I don't see the words not all powerful up there. Rule of law, it doesn't even mention laws. Permission, consent. You need your parents' consent, you need your parents' permission. Same thing. Alright, so I'm moving on to the next one. Gee, it is talking about laws. It's saying all people must follow the laws. I wonder what it could be. Perfect. Still somebody guessed democracy. I don't really know what's going on there, but laws, rule of law. Good. Government is not all powerful. You're on question 4 because we're on question 4. Alright. Good. Limited government. Again, these two outliers, representative and rule of law, these are just guesses. I don't understand the logic. Representative, where's our keywords? You don't see elected officials anywhere. Rule of law, we already just answered that one. There is no mention of law. I understand sometimes you might guess because you get stuck, but let's make it educated. We don't see anything about laws. It even says the word government. So rule of law should have been canceled out. And what does representative have to do with power? So here it is, office holders. Electing public office holders. You shouldn't have to see anything else to get it. Had to get my power cable really quick. Democracy. I get that one, maybe. Rule of law, not so much. Again, it's not talking about laws. Okay? Are you guys telling me I need to slow down? So I'm trying to... I don't want to keep you guys here all night. That's my thing. Alright, well, we're going to keep going. At the end, I'm going to review with you guys on just a Word document. That way we can just talk about it a little bit quicker. Unalienable rights. Life, liberty, pursuit of happiness. And there must be a huge delay. Alright, it doesn't seem like many people are playing at this point. Yeah, we're going to quit this thing for now. Sorry guys, it just didn't work. So I know I'm on a little bit of a delay, so I'm going to show you this, okay? This is my file. I uploaded all the documents, the notes. These are what I call little cheat sheets. So if you don't have your notes at home, you click on this and it brings up like the fundamental political principles. And here's like a quick little rundown of each one. I did that for... Go back. You can do it. Good computer. Good computer. So foundation of government is what you click on. Alright, so as I was saying, like, so these documents right here, 2A, 2B, 2A is the principles, 2B are the documents, and 2C is the preamble. So I didn't cover all 6. It doesn't cover all, or not me. It doesn't cover all 6, but it does give you basically what it is. So I'm going to run down through each one. So first we're going to do principles. All right. For consent of the governed. I'm going to make it a little bigger because I'm getting older. All right. You're looking for keywords like permission. Okay. Permission, you know, giving power to the government essentially. All right. Limited. I'm going to scroll down a little bit. We're talking not all powerful. Government is essentially, if I can spell, another way of saying it's not all powerful, government can only do, this is another way they love to say it, what the people have given them the power to do. And when I write it this way, or it appears on a test this way, is when you guys get this one confused with this one up here. So, all right. So that's limited. We have consent. Rule of law. All that's saying is that everyone follows the same laws. So whether you're the president, a bum, a teacher, a police officer, doesn't matter. Everybody follows the same laws and should have the same consequences. I realize in today's world it's not perfect and it doesn't always work that way, but the idea is everybody should follow the same laws and everybody should have the same consequences if they break said laws. See, when I talk to my computer, it works better. You guys laugh, but it's science, right? Because I'm a science teacher too. Anyways, democracy, okay, people rule. What you're looking for here is if they do an example of people voting. The action of voting is showing our democracy in, you know, live and working. That's the one they most commonly use. Uh, the power to say basically our voice when we give our voice to something. When you do a petition, you're doing democracy in action because you're the people rule, and if enough people sign a petition, then it should at least be considered to be changed, or maybe even just changed outright. You can't hear me? All right, is that a little better? I'll talk a little louder. All right. Our last principle is going to be representative government. Representative. Hey, I spelled it right. We're looking for these keywords: elected office holders. When it's talking about somebody who is holding a position, it could be the president, a senator, a representative. If they are holding a position that they were elected to, it's going for representative government. So these are the 5 principles. If you don't like the way I kind of did my way of breaking it down, again, the notes are right here, fundamental political principles. And again, you can click on this, and this gives you the same definitions, just maybe on one page. Maybe you print that out, take it with you to class, and help you study. Okay? I didn't make TV Wolf, you did. I don't understand what's going on. Anyways, guys, stay focused, okay? So, next thing we're going to talk about is the documents. Now, there were a lot of documents. I'm going to do the easier ones on my little Word document first, the ones I think that you should never, ever, 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 ever get wrong. And then I'll do the harder ones. So, documents. Let's get that out of the view. Okay. So, our first one we have charters for the Virginia Company of London. Whoops. Okay. What's our key word there? I'll wait for you guys to catch up in chat. All right. All right. Type in chat what the key word is for this one. I don't want to write it out. All right. So you see the word. What out of this title, Charters for Virginia Company of London, should you latch on to, so that way you can figure it out? It is up on my webpage. Yeah, I can. It is saying right now, it's saying it's not receiving enough video. Yeah, I mean, you can read the text later. It will be finished up. So, yeah, I don't know why it's giving me trouble tonight. So, what's the key word? London. Thank you. Somebody said it. Good job, Nora. All right. And you connect London to it gave the colonists the rights of Englishmen. So, because where do Englishmen pretty much usually live, or you had to think of one place? London. So we're going to make those words that. All right. Next easy document. VA Declaration of Rights. Again, I am a horrible speller. This is why I don't grade you on that. All right. What did it serve as a model for? Good job, Maddie, by the way. Good job, everybody, then, Cassidy. Sorry, 1 second. My thing all went haywire. Alright. Is it really giving that many problems? It's saying that the stream resumed. I guess it cut off. I don't know what's up with the internet at my house. It's not you guys now. Okay, that was me. It is not. It is the Bill of Rights. Served as a model for the Bill of Rights. Good job. So, keywords here. Again, focus. It's something you can focus on. They both have the word rights in it. So we want to get that to catch our eyes. We see rights. We know that they go together. Next easy one. Please, I don't want to have to call your parents if you miss this one. Virginia Statute of Religious Freedom. There's only really one key word here. I really don't know how to make this one easier. I'm going to go ahead and type it just because, you know, it's kind of simple. Please don't miss that. Like, I don't get any more gimmies than that. Virginia statute. I need another T. Statute of Religious Freedom was the first document to talk about religious freedom. Good, good. Keep in mind when you guys threat. It's not a threat. we need to have a serious talk if we miss this one on a test, because it doesn't get much easier. All right. So our next one, I need to turn off this red. Bill of Rights. Simple, first 10 amendments. That's just one where you got to know it. Not much to it. Okay. Now, the next two are the ones that people will confuse. We have, I'm sorry, I almost skipped one. Take that back. We got to do one more. Articles of Confederation. What is the only reason the Articles is important? What is the only reason Articles is important? Not because it failed. I mean, it did fail. It failed miserably. It is the bad one, but why is it important? It was weak. Yeah, that's how it's going to say on the test. It was weak. Correct. You guys are all correct. It did not help structure something. You guys are all right. It was bad. All right, so it was our first established government, okay? But as you guys already alluded to, weak central government or federal. States had all the power. Ultimately, it was a failure. It wasn't the base for the Constitution. The Constitution evolved from the Articles. It took ideas, but they basically said, man, this document's kind of horrible. We need to all meet together and basically make something new because nothing's getting done with the Articles. So, sort of, you know, I guess you could say make the argument it's the base for Constitution, but I don't want you to think of it necessarily that. Just again, it was our first attempt at a government that ultimately, yes, did lead to us writing the Constitution. And yes, it didn't have the power to tax. States acted like their own countries. They used their own currency. Nothing got done because it all had to be unanimous. Nah, you guys got this. You guys are going to be good. All right. The two that are really hard. First one, Declaration of Independence, that I always spell wrong. Always, always, always. So, with Declaration, there's four main things. First one, really hard to remember. It declared our independence. Second one, okay, we listed our grievances. Now, I know there's a delay, so I'm going to keep on going, but I want you to type in chat, what does grievances mean? And yes, central government and federal government do mean the same thing, Rami. Provided that we had certain unalienable rights and was the first time the idea of all men are equal comes around. Life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness. Good job, Theodore. So what I want to show you guys is again, whoops, did I close it? No, it's right here. So I have it right there, certain unalienable rights. You know, grievances, problems. Okay, grievances equals problems. Good job. Our independence affirms certain unalienable rights, life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness. And again, here's the key thing. This is the idea. Because remember, the DOI is not a law document. Essentially, it's one big breakup letter. Okay? Yes, it's an official document, but it is not the law. Because when we go over here, here's our law document. The Constitution. I figure this might be a little bit quicker since it's already 8:40, guys. I don't want to keep you up too late. We got to do two more things really quick. Establish the structure. Okay, establish the structure. That means basically it tells us how our government's supposed to be set up, 3 branches, each powers that they have, all that stuff. Here's the government guaranteeing equality under the law. So this is where we have it, equality under the law. It affirmed the worth and dignity of all people. Similar to equality, I'm not going to make you memorize that phrasing. And it's where we have our freedoms. Most of this, these 5 particular from the First Amendment, which you should already know. So the law is the Constitution. This is the law document. This is the supreme law of the land. You should have that nickname written down. Alright, I'm going to speed this up because we are taking way too long. That's not mine. It's not your guys' fault. It's just internet didn't want to cooperate. So here's the preamble. Alright. So you had one test was 2A, the principles. One test 2B, the documents. One test 2C/D. One question I'm definitely going to ask you is, why do we even have the preamble? It expresses the reasons the Constitution was written. Another way of saying that, it tells us the goals of the Constitution. So these things are essentially the goals. Now we're missing 2. Form a union, states work together. Establish justice, courts and laws. Ensure domestic tranquility. That's wrong. Alright, I'm going to go back to work because I don't even want you to see that right now because that is wrong. Alright, so our preamble phrases. Perfect union. States work together. Establish justice. Laws and courts. Ensure domestic tranquility. Peace here in the United States. Police, things like that. Common defense. A military to protect us. Franny. I don't know who Franny is off the top of my head. Alright. Common defense. So the 2 that was missing, aside from the ones that messed up on was promote the general welfare. This is where we get our safety from, you know, hospitals, firefighters, etc. That's what that one is, essentially. And the last one is secure the blessings of liberty. I cannot spell it all. And these are our freedoms. So again, this is what the Constitution wanted to accomplish. So the preamble is basically just saying, like, hey guys, this is what we want to do in this document that's really, really long. Obviously, you guys did not have to read the document in class, because by the time you were done, you would basically never want to be in my class again. But the preamble states essentially what the Constitution is trying to get accomplished. The goals. Now, the most important phrase I left out, and again, I'm going semi-quick here just because I want to make sure you guys can go to bed. We, the people. And that goes back to power comes from the people. Hi, Mariah. Oh, and hey, Francesca. I don't need to make money off this, Theodore, but I appreciate the thought. Alright. So the last thing is the amendment process. And again, I'll show you. This is the Foundations tab. You click on Amendments Process Notes. It's right there. Same thing we used in class. You notice for proposing, 2/3 is what you need. For ratifying, 3/4. Propose, suggest the amendment. Ratify, approve, or accept the amendment. This has never been used, but you have to know it. But usually it starts with 2/3 of Congress, followed by 3/4 of states. Now I was giving y'all a hard time making you say state legislature, but most of the time it's just going to say 3/4 of state. You got to know that there are 27. We have 27 total amendments. And the one thing that's not on this little handout is that the amendment process is very complex. The amendment process is very complex. All right. I'm pretty much going to say it's definitely on the test. So once I let you guys go here, in a second, you guys are going to have, I'm going to be writing the test essentially. I got to make all the questions and do all that stuff. I'm not going to do the Kahoot again, guys, just because it was too much lag. So it's not that it's too late. It's that it wasn't working to where like there was an honest 45-second delay and people were not having enough time to answer the questions. Yeah, I can't. The lag's too much. So at this point, you guys hopefully are ready. I'm even looking at it. It tells me my stream's still suffering. I don't know what the problem is tonight. I might need to reset it, and that might help. But by the time I did that, it's too late. I'll try and, next time I do this, we'll hopefully have a better experience. Did you guys have any questions you feel like I didn't answer? Otherwise, you can go to bed, whatever, sleep. Yes, Kevin or Kyle, I did learn how to do this. I knew how to do it last year, but the problem was I had a horrible laptop. Now I have a nice computer. I do this. Essentially, you have a streaming program. This one's called OBS or Open Broadcast Software. It's free. You download it. It gives you and encodes all the video that I send, which then uploads to YouTube directly. And YouTube gives you a stream path key from your YouTube channel to let you stream live. What's the hardest question on the test? Well, if you don't remember that, it's very complex. People often miss that one. Honestly, what happens is people will mess up Declaration of Independence and Constitution. They will mix them up together on 2B, and on 2A, they mix up consent of the governed. That's the one they struggle with the most. Consent, you're looking for a keyword like permission. We're giving them permission to rule us or something of that nature. All right? It's okay, Theodore. I'm a Mountain Dew drinker, so no ginger ale is needed. Domestic could be on the test, yes, because one of our preamble traits is ensure domestic tranquility. Domestic, again, means here in the United States. I guess, Theodore, you need to come talk to me, and maybe I can help you then. But it is easily doable. There's nothing wrong with being nice, Divine. Nope, not a good enough excuse, Rami. The streaming website thing, I mean, it's called OBS. Open Broadcast Software. But they don't usually say permission. I have no clue what that means. So again, it's really easy. I uploaded all my files tonight. You just go to the file folders. Sorry, I had to sneeze. Even the breakup letter, in case some of you are still working on that. Preambles right there. Here's a study guide if you want to print it out. Kind of a short cheat sheet. You can print out everything onto one. There'll probably be 30 questions. There's 3 tests. So 2A, 2B, 2C/D. Principles, then documents, and then preamble and amendment process will be combined. I'm sure I don't want a ginger ale. Well, there's a lot of settings to mess with in OBS, Theodore. So, do you guys get any more questions? I don't know if those are questions, Mariah. I just see you typing random civic things. You should not mix up consent of government and rule of law. It has nothing to do with rule of law. They're not the same at all. That's fine if you're late, Rami. Just remember you get enough tardies that it affects your conduct grade. Travis is Maddie, Theodore. As I just said, Divine, there's going to probably be 10 per test, so 3 times 10, 30. Would it take 2 days to finish? I'm not hoping you guys don't. I mean, if you do the math, we're going to start right at the beginning of class. I'm not foolish enough to think you're going to get all your computers handed out in enough time. But let's just say within 5 minutes, everybody's taking the test. That gives you 55 minutes. That's basically an average of a minute 45, essentially, maybe more per question. And then, some of them you're going to know instantly. Some of them, I guess, you won't. We'll play it by ear. I understand everybody works at a different pace. Some of you can work on it during lunch or after school, too. Theodore, Travis is Maddie. I've explained how long the test is, yeah, multiple times now. She's the Maddie in your class, Theodore. I think. Yep, the one in our class. They might not say permission, but they describe it essentially. People give, they might say give power to the government to rule over us instead of permission. Oh, now I gotta ban Rami. Not ban, but time him out. See, look, you need a timeout. Oh, I can't have you spreading false rumors, Brandon. You're fine, Wu, but I'm not mad or anything. I'm just making sure you guys understand, that's all. I will stick around for 5 more minutes. At 9 o'clock, I will go ahead and get off. What's your question, Mariah? The most complex question will be the amendment process is a complex process. See what I did there? See, Carson? Yeah, I think I just need to restart my computer. The example, I'm going to say it and type it. Alright, does anybody else need anything from me? Yes, and Theodore, the ginger ale thing's getting old. I appreciate the politeness and the wanting to help out, buddy. Oh, I love Mountain Dew, just not ginger ale. Alright, it is 9 o'clock. Said I would get off. So, study. I get to make this test tomorrow. For tomorrow. Yeah. That was a long time out. No, I guess that was a pretty savage thing of me to do to you, huh, Rami? You know what's even more savage? Doing that. Because Mountain Dew's the best. Who hurt me? Nobody hurt me. Alright. Bye, guys. I gotta make the test. I can't stream me making the test.